I guess, movie stars and stuntman and stuff like that. So today we're gonna watch just like a little snippet. I don't even know if it's from the same year. I feel like they always wear red. But anyways, what you're gonna do today, I'll put the question back up in a second. But just so we're clear, this is what's gonna happen for today. You're gonna do your pre-test. I'm gonna unlock it in a second. It is what we're gonna cover all of the second marking period. I need to know what I need to teach you and what I don't need to waste our time with. So when I say waste our time with, if you remember some of this stuff, I really don't want to take class time out to worry about it. Your study island, if you did not, I will tell you right now, there's 2 of you in here that finished one thing but not the other. Like, I think there's 2 of you that finished your benchmark but didn't put your grade in Schoology. Okay, I made it resubmittable. So if you opened it yesterday in Schoology, you should be able to open it again and just click whatever the right choice is for you, which should be yes, I took my time. Then your 3 and number 4 are, number 3 is your web quest that you've had available since, I guess, Monday maybe. And that web quest on question number 7, some of you guys might have had issues, like the one video wouldn't play. So I replaced the link, but if you still have issues, you can just message me through GoGuardian, or you just raise your hand, I'll come over and fix it. This textbook assignment, I'm going to publish in another couple of minutes. It is homework that I'm giving you today. That's not due until Friday at midnight or before midnight. So that has, I don't know, I forget how many words, maybe 8 words on it, 6 words, something like that. And then there's some reading that you got to do with it. When I say reading from the textbook, most of the things are asking you to watch a short little video. Because especially in physical science, a lot more of it is you watching something than you kind of reading about it. So when you think about why this plane is not, why is this plane not accelerating fast? So the fact that that person is literally pulling it, the reason that that guy was icing his leg was because that's where most of the strength has to come from. So if you talk about these kind of competitions, there are times where they have had limbs come out of sockets, because, especially when they do, if you guys know what deadlifts are, like when they just go straight up like that, if you are trying to move something or you're trying to lift it like this and you don't have the muscles behind it, you're leaving all that strain on your shoulder and your or like your actual bones that are in your shoulders. So when you talk about them pulling, right, if you think about this airplane, let's talk about how physical science helped them. Is the plane sitting on the ground? Like, is the plane itself touching the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. What, in order to like help him out a little bit, rather than the whole bottom of the plane hitting the ground, the plane is on a set of what? Wheels, right? Like, oh, let's give him a little bit of a help. Besides that, if you think about the other thing, if you think about what it means to do a force or use a force, he's actually whatting on that rope. Okay, so the fact that he's pulling, that's giving him some momentum in the system. So he's pulling to add force to that system so that there's more momentum. Those shoes, have any of you guys ever been rock climbing before? Like, okay. So rock climbing, those are the kind of shoes that they use in rock climbing. And so literally they're the kind of shoes where if you want to stick to a wall, you put your foot there and it doesn't go anywhere. Meaning you have really high or really low friction. Really, really high friction. So that's going to help him when he puts his foot down, that it's not going to do what? Slip, right? That's kind of a big deal. Sorry, I didn't mean to squeak my shoe. So for this one, if you talk about why it's not accelerating fast, what can you say? The system has way too much what in it? Mass, right? So you can say the plane is not accelerating fast because there's too much mass in the system. So I'll show you. So the plane is not accelerating fast because there is too much mass in the system. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Right now, you guys are going to work on what is in this slide, okay? So right now, I'm going to put this up on the screen, and I'm going to kind of unpublish some stuff. But I'm gonna ask on your pretest, if you need a calculator and you take one out of my bin, just make sure you put it back on my desk when you're done. If you're doing the web quest, or if you're doing the textbook assignments, both of those, you're gonna need headphones to listen to the videos. So as you're listening to the videos, make sure if you don't have headphones, there's headphones over there you can use, and make sure you leave them on here so I can clean them when you guys leave, all right? Questions about today's expectations? Okay, do me a favor, while you're waiting for this stuff to load, can you go into your Sapphire, like your grade book? If you look in your Sapphire, or actually this morning, anyone who I had their Sapphire, or anyone who has a Sapphire 5-point grade for the test yesterday, that is because you were able to show me that you turned in your test and I read your quiz. So if you're like, oh snap, she didn't grade it. If you have nothing reported for yesterday's test, make sure you have your essay submitted. Make sure you submit your Schoology thing, and that your benchmark is completely like filled in and done. I will also tell you, when you get to the essay part, putting IDK or I don't know, or I've never seen an animal before, like those count as answers. You're not taking this seriously. I would say 90% of you did a nice job on the essay. Even if you got the essay wrong, take a shot on the essay. That's part of the way that you're getting your 5 points. What's up, Mars?
How do I get to the pretest?
So if you refresh your page, you should have it available to you. So in the I will tell you, it is also for you guys. It is also in your grade book today, but just under classwork.
Oh, I see it.
So since it's just under classwork, yeah, so just refresh your page. It is just under classwork, however, it is 5 points to make sure that we're all on the same page, that I need you to actually like take your time and take it seriously. Because I'll be honest with you, the last thing I want to do is waste your time.
Oh, that's question.
So this pretest looks exactly like not question-wise, but it's the same format as the test you took. So in a minute, I'm gonna publish the this part, okay? But they are all multiple choice. So do me a favor, if you go with Miss Brown, take tests. If you can go with Miss Brown now. Does anyone else have any questions though about expectations? Here's the thing, this is gonna be the last, like Miss Myers does not do good on quiet days. I'm just used to going around teaching and stuff like that. So, but I need you guys being quiet, especially when you're finishing these 2 things. And then these 2 things, you're gonna have to have headphones on anyways, okay? So usually head out with Miss Brown, make sure you head out with Miss Brown, and then, any other questions? Good? And here's the thing, I will tell you, the pretest, you don't have to close every single tab on the planet, but just be honest, so, tomorrow we're gonna go back to actually like talking. If there is something that you need to finish up either for your pretest or for your benchmark, I'd ask that you just finish up during whatever that's called, Braze block at the end of the day. Okay? Your web quest, I saw most of you guys working on. I will tell you, number 7, if you opened it up yesterday, at some point, the link didn't get updated. But in your web quest, when you get to number 7, that's the one, like if you just take that same title and Google it, the second one is from a TED Talk, and it's not a whole TED Talk, it's like a 4-minute TED Talk that you can get into. So your web quest, you need to make sure you have that done by midnight tonight. I won't lie, I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna send out a email reminder just to make sure we have as many bottles as possible, because here's the sad truth. Out of all those bottles, I'm gonna guess about 1/3 of them don't fit my little apparatus back there. So tomorrow I'm gonna go through and put grease on the ones that I have to see whether or not they fit on my launch pad. So that's gonna be your homework stuff. So this, I just wanna point out, because you guys got some very interesting answers these are the 6 main kingdoms that we have, right? So if you think about something being a beetle or a polar bear, both of those are considered animals, okay? Like bees are animals too. It's just the fact that you can walk means you have a what in your back? Spine. So we're called vertebrates. All of these critters have vertebrates. Even a snake, there's a lot of you that told me that a snake doesn't have a backbone. They do. Fish also have backbones. So when the question asks what category is chordata and what do they have? So chordata is just a fancy way of saying, what's the actual thing called? A spinal cord, right? So you can say this category are all animals that have a spinal cord, which include, put any of these down, mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, amphibians, whatever you want. Easy. So guys, make sure you put